Vanguard Live. I am Precious Chukudi. We begin with the front pages of the papers this morning. Starting off with Vanguard. Vanguard is leading with EDO GUBER, CDS Police, NSCDC warns troublemakers. The writer says the world's watching. We can't afford to fail. Police begin covert operation as plainclothes personnel infiltrate cities' dark spots. The DIGs Frank Mba, Daniel Pedro to lead 35,000 police personnel. Why Akpata is most qualified by Osaiku. NSCDC deploys 6,433 personnel. Court restrains IGCP from arresting, intimidating 68 PDP members. PDP vows to resist illegal arrest, detention of members. A photo story showing election materials arrive Benin for Edo polls. Economic crisis. We warned you, Baba-Ahmed tells Nigerians. School resumption. Parent authorities blame low turnout on harsh economy. Only 7 states fully implement a contribution as asset hits 20.79 trillion. That's come from Pencom. Mosop writes Tinubu threatens oil war in Ogoni. Stories above. Importers abandon fish cargo in Lagos port over forex landing cost. CTC practice direction. Nigeria's aviation global rating shoots up 70.5%. Major marketers begin lifting of petrol from Dangote Refinery. Take a look at the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian is leading with inflation. Low patronage hits online stores, malls amid 200% spike in prices. PDP crisis. Makinde backs and battled Damagom as governors. NWC plan sack. Fuel scarcity. Tanker drivers cause traffic chaos on Oshodi Apapa Expressway. Zulum warns emirs against illegal mining. Insurgency risk. TSO worry over Edo Guba election condemns INEX refusal to redeploy REC. Bello remains wanted. EFCC insists lays siege in Kogi government's lodge. Donation for Bonu flood victim hits 11 billion naira. Kogi police sacks Randy lecturers as OIT removes office beds. And that's how we can take on the front page of the Guardian. We take a look at the Nation newspaper. The Nation is leading with PDP governor splits over bid to sack party chair Damagom. Right, it says his stay no longer tenable, says Bala Makinde. I'm fully with him. 18.2 billion naira probe. Yaya Bello EFCC in hide and seek. Makinde to deliver 41 billion naira Badon airport upgrade next year. Stay clear of Edo election. CDS warns troublemakers. Stories above. Tremor sends a fear panic to Abuja residents. Abure, those who begged us for tickets now fighting us. US agency UK's brain aid chip to restore vision. Governor sent diverted palliative to EFCC ICPC. We take a look at the Punch newspaper. The Punch is leading with Edo poll. INEC deploys 5,000 beavers, 18,000 ad hoc workers. Rider says APC Labour Party tackle PDP over Obaseki's 1 billion naira grant to market women. NAF aircraft arrive Edo with sensitive materials. World Bank to grant Nigeria $1.7 billion loan. That's come from reports. Lagos State government records 300 domestic violence cases monthly. Private employers paying below 70,000 naira risk jail, and that's come from federal government. Tinubu may merge MDAs, scrap humanitarian ministry. PDP NWC members plot Damagum's removal. Cameroon Dam, state plans emergency shelter. And lastly, on the front page of the Punch newspaper, Yaya Bello, EFCC besiege Kogi government lodge. And that's what we can take on the front pages of the papers. Join us after the break. All right, welcome back. If you're just joining me, still today in the news on Vanguard Live, I am Precious Chukudi. Joining me to talk about some of the stories on the front pages of the papers this morning is Mr. Oludari Mayowa, publisher of Global Financial Digest. Good to have you join me this morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Precious. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, all right. Let's delve into what we have. And we're looking at Edo State governorship polls, and of course, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has warned those planning to foment trouble during Saturday governorship election in Edo State to have a rethink, or they would be decisively dealt with. And I mean, this is, this Edo State election is essentially a three horse race. So what's your take?
Yeah, thank you very much. When you look at the election in Nigeria, the last couple of years has been very rancor because all the stakes are very high. And Edo State particularly is a study case. Don't forget in 2020 or thereafter, when the Obaseki was pushed out of APC into PDP, so the depth of the and eventually Obaseki to stage. I mean, and the meeting haven't spent this last tenure in office. So it's going to be very hot. And don't forget, I basically wanted to person in power, and that's the your Adam Oshimere want to. So don't forget to the APC is a ruling party. Though they are a ruling party back then, they are a ruling party now. And the president we have today actually traveled to Edo to go to more support for the candidate of APC back then. But since today's as a return match, we expect that probably they will put on their every effort to ensure that they win this election in whatever means. And don't forget to not the other parties not going to lie low without giving a fact. My own projection is going to be very tight between the two leading parties in that place. There's still going to be inadequacy, there's going to be some lapses where some of these countries are taking bribe from whichever sides and the rest. So we are not going to expect that they are going to be all neutral in the whole game. So that makes it more complicated. But by and large, I'm seeing the race very tight between the two major parties. Eventually, if care is not taken, you might see a third party actually benefit from the crisis between the two parties. But I'm not reading out a such third party eventually benefiting from it, really, at the end of the day.
All right, the fear of violence and vote buying is so pervasive in the state, especially with the fact that the peace pact wasn't signed. How do you react?
Yes, you can't really wait fine, especially when Nigeria are going through hardship. I had somewhere today that somebody already sharing 2,000, 1,000 across the world in those areas. And you notice what happened during the last president primary election or the both political party. They were sharing dollars. And it was the money that prevailed, not the personality, not the person. The people voted for money. And you can imagine how the state of the economy today, people will vote for money. They are hungry, and the person who had a large pocket will win the day. It's very obvious for us, especially considering the condition of Nigerian today, because Nigeria have realized that at the end of the day, after the election, we should don't remember them again. So they are trying to extract their pounds of flesh right now, and there are going to be pressure on finance, and nothing we can do about that one. The person with deep pocket will win the day. As it appears as simple. It's unfortunate for our government in this country because politicians already knew that they don't have anything to do. They don't have anything to present. They don't have anything to give to people their money because in next 4 years, you are not going to see them. No road construction, no development. See people are not going to benefit from the government. So they already understand. People already understand that there's a mutual suspicion between the electorate and the politicians. So we can't rule that out. There's not the EFCC or whatever can prevent. EFCC was at the Igugu Square when the president election was taking place, and Kande was, as well was sharing dollars. What did they do? Private collected their own portion of the money and the other side. So that's the state of political development in this country is unfortunate. So but that's the reality on the ground.
All right, let's move ahead and talk about this. And of course, the NNPCL has authorized the major petroleum marketers to commence lifting of petrol from Dangote Refinery under the existing agreement between it and the refinery, although independent marketers have not been included in this agreement. So do you think they should be included? And what's your take on the back and forth with NNPCL and Dangote Refinery? Yesterday, they had said that the NNPC does not. They believe that they do not that Dangote does not have the capacity to supply adequate quantity of the product. So, what's your take?
Avoiding the oil industry has been shrouded in secrecy all along, and don't know what's happening. Because ordinarily, when you have a manufacturer, a refiner, who is producing finished product, it's a free market. For us, we don't expect all this competition of NNPC, buying bulk, negotiation with the IP man. Open market for people to go and buy and sell. It's as simple as that. I don't expect any competition. But because of the nature of the sector, and because of the politics, because of the cons, that's why we are seeing all this competition that NSC have to send their crop to buy, and different marketers have to go and to negotiate and that the rest. That's why we are having, because there are some unknown or hidden costs, hidden charges behind some of these things, and it's basically corruptions. Simple. There's no way. There's only two left. There's no two words to it. It's corruption embedded in the system. And don't forget, during the importation, we have seen in this country where they imported about maybe 40 million liters of fuel per day, and what we are seeing paying on is 60 million liters per day. So these are the corruption we have seen in the system, and the corruption will always fight back. So they are still going to be that back and forth until probably the Dangote and the rest to stabilize and probably people civil intervention with. We are going to see that's what you are seeing to is the corruption fighting back, trying to find their way in, how they can make their own profit and against the will of the people. But by and large, I'm sure Dangote will get his act together and do the needful as a private sector, either his export his fuel or sell to Nigeria, and Nigeria can benefit from refining of our food here. Otherwise, we are still going to be in the shade.
Some of the arguments have been that oil marketers can't leave petrol from Dangote because some people have said NNPC of taking is only because the others will not want to buy at the price that Dangote will be willing to sell, which according to them they term as reasonable. What do you think about it?
As I said, it's also the complicated. Okay, we have been importing fuel from abroad all along. There's a landing cost here. How much do you buy it with your cost of dollars, with price, insurance, with everything, with tariffs in the port, all put together? How much does it cost? How much is the landing cost in Nigeria for imported product? Then discounting the other costs that you are not going to incur if you are producing locally. Then how much will it amount to? This is a free market. These are things that should determine how much it's going to cost. It's not going to be very complicated. Discounting the freight, the other costs of exchange rate. Then what is the prevailing exchange rate? If you are going to cost it at the exchange rate, what is the prevailing exchange rate? Convert it to naira. And what is the unit cost of a liter from the X depot? These are things that it's not complicated. We need to work out. And it's not going to be very complicated. But like I said, as a result of corruptions, as of embedded on hidden costs, that's why we are seeing all these complications and forth and the rest. I say people are saying it's higher than this and that kind of thing. Because of some costs have been embedded through negotiation of these powerful forces that have been dominating the oil industry all this while. That's why we are seeing that. Otherwise, it shouldn't be a complicated issue at all. And government need to intervene to save Nigeria from this pain to back and forth and for the corruptions in the system.
All right, still talking about the fuel price hike, and we know that children are back to school, and we know that the fuel price hike has impacted back to school as parents are struggling to cope with the escalating cost of education. What is the way out? Are parents now going to start to school their children because there've been so much complaints about how much the tuition fee has increased?
Unfortunately, in Nigeria today, we have state governments who are supposed to be offering free education from primary to secondary school, hiking their own fee. Who has the power, who has the shock absorber, actually expect the private operator to do. No, they will respond to economic stimulus. That's what we are seeing happen. The cost of transportation, bus service for school has been increased. Lunch in school has been increased. School fees, don't forget to, they have to pay minimum wage to their staff. So these are the things that are pushing all the costs up. And unfortunately, parents are helpless. Most of the parents, they don't have increase in their own salaries, in their own income. Business is struggling to survive in this kind of economy. We are going to see people moving their children from where they are now to another place where they can find solace, where probably, if for example, if they is paying so much in a particular school and can find a little bit cost at another school, I've seen that migration from those schools to the rural school so that can accommodate nurses. I see people rejogging their position in order to accommodate the cost. And I see many schools incurring unable to collect some of those school fees because some parents are going to owing them. Because that's going to happen. Because parents have been going all along, and their school they are going to have more debt for parents today because they are going to give them promising notes, that kind of thing. It's a fallout from the economic condition is facing, and we are not seeing the reality, the impact. It's going to be impact. I'm going to have a quality of education that will serve for our children because some school are going to cost to probably reduce the impact of increasing school fees. Either they employ unqualified teachers or they're paying their teachers just to save cost and the rest. And we're going to have an effect on our education going forward. It's first going to be very push on the economy because if you have low quality education, it's going to affect down the line as they are graduating to university, to secondary school, to higher institution and the rest, and graduating out of university to the workforce. It's going to impact everywhere. And these are things that the government is not seeing. These are the big picture that we ought to be looking at and do something. Policies that will make the economy, make the environment conducive for people to be able to thrive. Otherwise, we are going to pay for it in the future because education is going to affect the future of this country. If you don't have a quality education for the foundation level, it's going to affect everything. Quality of leaders we have in multiple sectors, quality of leaders in private sectors, and quality of products we are going to have. I'm going to resort in that one. And God help our nation. Until our government will wake up and lead.
All right, still speaking about economic crisis, former running mate of Labour Party, Dr. Dati Baba-Ahmed, has said that neither he nor the party was surprised by the economic turmoil Nigeria is currently facing because they warned Nigerians against the letting APC take power in 2023. How do you react?
Yes, that's political anyway. What do you expect position to say to the market, the many opponents, the ruling party? I must confess that none of us can anticipate what is happening today in this country, despite our even expectation that, we don't like this candidate, we like this candidate, or that kind of thing. None of us anticipate the level of generation that economy have gone through in the last 1 year. None of us. Nobody can say you can predict that this will be the outcome of what's going on here. It surpassed any projection, any other kind of thing. We don't expect Tinubu to take Nigeria deeper into economic morass as it is today. We expect that at least it's going to be a shame always witnessed under that previous government of Buhari. But unfortunately, the things that's worse. See the inflation rates. See the exchange rates from 600 from parallel market for 450 official market has gone to 1,600. Nobody anticipated this thing. Nobody expected that a bag of fish will go for 100,000 naira a day. How much are we buying in 9 years ago? 8,000. So in 9 years, you have seen price of rice going to 100,000 from 90,000 to 100,000. Nobody anticipated this one. So how do I explain that? Bad move, bad decisions, bad motives. That's what we are witnessing today, and that's what we resolve what we are today. And we just pray for that God will help us, help our country, appeal to the conscience of our leaders. leaders to feel the pulse of the people and to know that people are going through excruciating pain. People are going through hard time. There are many students, there are many students today, cannot go back to school because their parents cannot muster the resources to pay their school fees. That's the situation we are finding. I am aware of many people cannot go back to school. Basically because their parents cannot muster the fee. And they cannot go to private school because, government school, because government equally has increased their own fee. So, what are we expecting to do? So, we just appeal to the conscious power to really the economy to ensure there are a lot of ways they can actually get, in a way, a quick fix for them. Unfortunately, we are not getting that. So, we need government to actually do the needful.
All right, let's take a look at Mr. and Mrs. But this is Mr. and Mrs. and Mr.'s sister. And Mrs. is speaking. She said, "You gave your sister a huge amount of money. When I asked for the same amount, she said, first come, first serve." And Mr. responds and says, "I'm talking about my favorite food." Then Mr.'s sister says, "My brother came while you were away, served him, first come, first serve."
I think sometimes third party, third party involvement in marriage that's a conversation going on in that place, and people marriage out counsel people in marriage to be careful of third party involvement because at the end of the day, it's you the couple in the house to manage their own affair in such a way that will not cause a friction in a way. So a third party really that people have to be very careful in them, either sibling or whatever. Know how in marriage it's not what you expected, but in this case, at least they are managing their own in such manner that is they are engaging in conversation and they are playing with words which will draw the tension in those places. But like I said, in some cases it could be bad for the couple really. But for the Mr. and Mrs. I like the way they are managing their own homes, and that could be a lesson that even third party is very dangerous to marriages. There's a way you can manage them, way that will not hinder the love, the progress, and the growth of the home. So kudos to the people behind the cartoon, really.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Lumari Mayowa. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Publisher Global Financial Digest.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me today, and have a lovely day.
Yeah. Also, remember that you can equally like, share, and subscribe on all our social media platforms showing on your screen. To find out up-to-date stories, go to our website www.vanguardindia.com. Find out more. I am Precious Chukudi. Thank you for watching.